go back to the barn. So you want to have that kind of connection with your horse on the end of the line. Very nice, Amy. Good. Good, Vivian. Does it feel like if you took off at a trot, he'd be right there, or could you have a little more walk than that?
He could have a little bit more walk. He's still a little looky-loo.
Sure. So how are we going to encourage a little more energy in the walk? Well, there's several things you can do. You could take the tail of your rope and ask them to step up and come along. One thing that, if I could just have everyone stop for a moment, and I'll show you something that might be a little bit horse up there. They should show interest, confidence, alertness, brightness, all of the things that you're going to want when you're on the saddle, right? Because the way they lead is the way they're going to ride. Very good. All right. So Brianna, how are we doing? She's running over the top of you. So she thinks it's a little okay. Stuff because she's running over the top of you. So can I take her for a moment? Okay. I'm not going to have such soft edges when she runs into my bubble. And you see, she's not being naughty. She's just lost. She's not sure where she's supposed to be. So I'm going to make some fairly clear boundaries. First of all, I'm going to get her in a following frame of mind. Every time I feel the slack come out of this rope, then I'm going to just kind of put a little bump on that and let her make the choice to come off of that and kind of follow me. Because most of the time, she wants to be a little busy, right? She's a horse. There's lots going on. She needs to move her feet. So if I start to come in here, you see how it's difficult for her to arrange her feet. There we go. She needs to start thinking down to her feet. But right now, we've got this little bit of a combat thing going on with this head. And you're getting in here, putting yourself in a bad spot. Honestly, if you got a horse that's really needing to leave, don't put yourself underneath her front feet. So you need to make it a little bit clearer about where those boundaries are, that's all. And I have a very big personal space. We joke about it all the time. Janet hates to hug people. It's not because I'm not very friendly, I'm British. And we just don't do that unless you're a dog. So I already start to recognize when she's making plans to, it's like somebody running up to you wanting to give you a big hug. So I will start to make changes a little further out. And I want you to start to see that. Because once you're up here and underneath her chin, she doesn't see you. She doesn't see where your feet are. And we're just teaching her how to just kind of crawl over the top of us. So you're going to put yourself a little more out on the end of the rope. Right now I'd like her to move her feet backwards. So she's real distracted. And right there she really didn't make the connection that, oh, you want me to move my left foot backwards? But I'm going to kind of continue with that presentation. There. I'm just going to make it less convenient for her to walk forward. So when I go to lead her off, there we go. Again, my bubble is quite big. I don't want her over the top of me here. And now, you see how nicely she shapes and arcs on the circle? And you see how quickly we could make a lovely mare like this kind of into a delinquent, just by not being clear. So, you see, she's super. Yeah, and it's very frustrating, I know, because I've been underneath a horse like that lots of times in my life and got very frustrated, and it seems like, gosh, I hate being hard on a head. I don't like being hard on a horse's head either, but especially mares, right? They just want to know who's running the show and where should I be, and as soon as you do, they go, great, thanks for the information. So you see, every time I'm talking to you, and I'm feeling what this feels like. So if she goes to take the slack out of that, I'm going to try to just, I'm not getting after her, but I'm just going to be there. Yeah. So instead, she recognized that I was taken off, and she said, okay, where are we going? Right? Right? So it's not magic. It's just getting a little bit better understanding of what a horse needs. And you have all of those things. I just put a couple of those tools in your toolbox, that's all. Okay? So, stand your ground a little bit more. Yep. Good. And I want you to work on, when you go home, having her work at least 5 or 6 feet away from you all the time. Okay? All right. Anybody else got any problems so far? We good? Okay. Let me see them back. I'd like them to back straight, smooth, soft, relaxed. Nice, Angie.
We're backing now?
Yes. Good, Brianna. Good. Good, Angie. Can you put a little more energy to that? Could she back with just a little more life? Cynthia, let me see that again.
More energy?
I missed it. I was watching Angie. Good. Good. Now, could you do that without your stick?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Because we're building refinement in our horses, at some point you're going to want to feel it. Just keep flowing, Brianna. What we want to be through these obstacles is directive, not corrective. Does that make sense? Good. Now, had you done that through the first turn? And you said, come with me, come with me, come with me. Instead you went, oh, this is going to be awful. We're going to walk up here. I'm going to have to really stop you. Okay. But just like you come... I don't have a problem you letting your horses graze. That's your business. But just remember that you may be building something in there that you don't want. And I want you to look at these other 3 horses that are standing here not even begging for grass.
Nice, Brianna.
It's not good, Brianna, good. She's quite confident, isn't she?
Yeah.
Very good. So, we take that confidence and you just get her that confident in you. Right? But you got... I like her, Brianna. She's just confident. Does she jump? She a jumper?
No.
All dressage?
Yeah.